How did these NHL players start? Behind the story of every successful NHL player, there's a long haul of ups and downs they experienced. In regard to this, we will see the difficult challenges the players faced and the staggering statistics that demonstrate how unexpected their achievement was. How did they get from unknown to famous? What did they sacrifice to get there? Let's watch this video to learn more about the lives and backgrounds of these 5 NHL players. At first, we will talk about Nick Schmaltz's extraordinary life journey from Madison to the NHL. Nick Schmaltz was born on February 23, 1996, in Madison, Wisconsin. He spent his early years there, enjoying the area's beautiful scenery and sports culture. Schmaltz grew up in a loving home, where his parents' love of sports and their emphasis on hard work and determination influenced him. Schmaltz was naturally good at sports, and he played a lot of different sports in his neighborhood when he was young. But it was his first experience with hockey that made him love the game. Schmaltz put on his skates for the first time when he was 4 years old. He was excited and nervous as he stepped onto the ice. Well, it's not that easy to play on ice like you guys think it is. The fact that his family loved hockey was a big part of how he got into the sport and helped him become interested in and dedicated to it. Even though he was excited at first, Schmaltz ran into many problems along the way. Financial problems often got in the way, and his family had to make sacrifices to help him play hockey. Their unwavering faith in Schmaltz's abilities and the value of following his dreams, on the other hand, pushed him forward and made him strong and determined. As Schmaltz's hockey career went on, he ran into the same problems and setbacks that every aspiring player does. From getting hurt to tough competition, every problem he faced taught him something new and made him more determined to do well on the ice. Schmaltz's love for hockey never changed, no matter how hard things got. Between his unwavering dedication to the sport and his unwavering drive to succeed, he finally reached the highest levels of the game and achieved great success. Nick Schmaltz went from being a poor kid in Madison to becoming a famous figure in professional hockey. His story shows how important it is to keep going, be dedicated, and have the support of family and community. Before Nick Schmaltz became a professional hockey player, he was determined, talented, and always tried his best. Schmaltz learned how to play hockey in amateur leagues when he was younger, showing off his raw ability and potential. Scouts and teachers quickly noticed how dedicated Schmaltz was to baseball. From youth leagues in Madison to top programs in the Midwest, he stood out on the ice because he could read the game, control the puck, and make accurate plays. This earned him praise and admiration at every level. Schmaltz's amateur career was full of impressive accomplishments, such as being named MVP in a number of tournaments and winning titles. Because he always rose to the occasion in tough situations, he became known as a clutch performer, which made NHL scouts even more sure that he was a top talent. Schmaltz's hard work and dedication paid off in the NHL entry draft, where he eagerly watched his chance to make his mark on the professional level. Schmaltz's name was called, which marked the start of a new part of his hockey journey. The Chicago Blackhawks selected Schmaltz with the number 27 pick in order to obtain the number 20 pick. Well, he came into the NHL with high hopes and a strong desire to do well. Schmaltz faced new difficulties and had new chances when he became a professional hockey player. For the first time, Schmaltz put on the jersey of his NHL team. He was excited about the chance to show what he could do at the top level of competition. Schmaltz never lost faith, even when he was up against tough opponents and seasoned veterans. In his first few games, Schmaltz made an immediate impact by showing off his speed, agility, and ability to make plays on the ice. Fans, coaches, and teammates all liked how easily he fit into the lineup and how quickly he could add offensively. That being said, the path to success wasn't all smooth. While Schmaltz was getting used to the demands of professional hockey, he ran into problems and hurdles. Schmaltz had to deal with injuries and setbacks, get used to the fast pace of the game, and adapt to new situations. His strength and drive were tested, but Schmaltz came out of each challenge stronger and more driven than ever to reach his full potential. His unwavering work ethic and never-ending drive for greatness helped him get ahead and paved the way for a bright future in the NHL. Schmaltz worked hard and was determined to reach his goals, and his journey through professional hockey showed how powerful it is to never give up on your dreams. Nick Schmaltz's NHL record shows how skilled, versatile, and important he is on the ice. The best parts of his time in the National Hockey League are about to be talked about. let's talk about the important seasons for Nick Schmaltz. Schmaltz had one of his best seasons during the 2021-22 season, with a career-high 23 goals, 36 assists, and 59 points. When he showed how good he was at offense and making plays over the course of the season, Schmaltz's vision and hockey IQ were on full display as he consistently set up teammates to score and also scored himself. He was a powerful player on the ice because he could slow down the game and set up chances for goals. There were also hard times for Schmaltz on and off the ice. His toughness and drive were put to the test. Even though Schmaltz ran into problems and setbacks, he stayed focused on his goal of greatness, showing leadership and calmness in tough situations. His play this season showed what kind of person he is and how determined he is to do well at the top level. Championships and awards. Schmaltz has won a lot of awards and praise for his work on the ice during his NHL career. Schmaltz has had a huge effect on his team and the league as a whole, even though he hasn't won the Stanley Cup yet. His coworkers, coaches, and fans all respect and admire him for being able to step up in big situations and perform well under pressure. Schmaltz has been praised for more than just his skills on the ice. He also has been praised for his commitment to the game and his community. People who want to be athletes or hockey fans all over the world look up to his dedication to success on and off the ice. Now, let's talk about playing style and impact. Schmaltz's speed, quickness, and hockey sense make up his playing style. He is great at all times because he can read the game and guess what plays will be made. This is true on the power play, the penalty kill, defensively, and strength. Schmaltz is a valuable asset to his team because he can help offensively and defensively, thanks to his wide range of skills. Schmaltz has had an effect on the game that goes beyond his individual accomplishments. His leadership, both on and off the ice, has helped his team get through tough times and build a culture of success and responsibility. Schmaltz has had an impact on hockey that goes beyond the game itself. He has been a role model and guide to younger players, and this will be remembered for years to come. Nick Schmaltz's NHL career shows how talented, dedicated, and important he is to the sport of hockey. Because of his great seasons and the things he did on and off the ice, Schmaltz has made a lasting impact on the game and continues to inspire young hockey players. Well, beyond everything, everyone has a personal life. Outside of hockey, Nick Schmaltz's life is a rich mix of events that make him who he is, both on and off the ice. The people in Schmaltz's life are very important to him. They help him and inspire him on his journey. Schmaltz values the ties that connect him to his roots and the people who have helped build his character. He does this by spending time with loved ones and taking part in community events. There have been some tough times on Schmaltz's way to success, though. He has faced problems in many forms during his work, such as injuries, controversies, and personal problems. These problems have put Schmaltz's toughness and determination to the test, causing him to face the truth about professional sports and the mental and physical demands they put on players. Schmaltz has come out of the setback stronger and more driven than ever to get past the problems that stand in his way. He has handled ups and downs of professional hockey with grace and respect by working hard, not giving up, and never giving in. Do you know that Schmaltz has never faltered in his commitment to excellence or confidence in his skills, even while recovering from an injury or under public scrutiny? Schmaltz's journey also shows how powerful mental growth and sticking with something even when things get hard can be. He has used every struggle he has faced as a chance to think about himself and learn more about himself, which has given him a new sense of purpose and perspective. Accepting the challenges that come his way has helped Schmaltz grow as a player and as a person. He has shown the character strength and perseverance that make him who he is, both on and off the ice. As Nick Schmaltz contemplates his long and successful career, he understands that his retirement ends at a time when hockey players worked hard and were dedicated to the game. Schmaltz didn't make the decision to quit without giving it a lot of thought. He thought about his health, his family, and his plans for the future. In his last season, Schmaltz showed the same level of dedication and hard work that had been the hallmark of his career. He left a lasting mark on the ice and in the hearts of fans. Schmaltz left the NHL with a reputation for quality and success. He won a lot of awards and set a lot of records during his career, solidifying his place as one of the best players of his time. It's clear that he had a big impact on future players. He is a role model and guide to aspiring athletes all over the world. Schmaltz also does a lot for his team and the community outside of hockey. He is a great example of the values of teamwork, honesty, and friendship that make hockey what it is. Schmaltz's impact on hockey is still felt today, even though he is no longer playing. He is still dedicated to giving back to the sport that has helped him so much, whether it's through charitable work or participation in programs that help young people grow. His commitment to making a positive difference in other people's lives and his love for the game are proof of his lasting legacy and the mark he has left on the world of hockey. Nick Schmaltz's long and successful career is coming to an end, but his legacy will live on as a shining example of how hard work, passion, and unwavering drive can change things. Even though he is no longer skating, his influence on the sport and the lives of those he touched will live on for years to come. Nick Schmaltz's story shows how strong a person can be, and it can teach people who want to be athletes important lessons. He had a huge effect on the NHL and hockey in general, and he will continue to do so in the future. He told them to dream big, work hard, and never give up. Let's talk about second NHL player, Ryan Murray. Ryan Murray is a professional ice hockey defenseman from Canada. He was born in Regina, Saskatchewan on September 27, 1993. Murray grew up in a family that loved hockey, so he was involved with the sport from a very young age. Regina, which is known for its passionate hockey culture, was a great place for him to grow his hockey love. Murray's family was very important to him as he learned to play hockey. He started skating at a young age, with the unwavering support and praise of his parents. This set the stage for his future in the sport. During his formative years, his family's deep-seated love for hockey was a steady source of inspiration and drive. He first played hockey because it was a natural next step for him, given his environment and the family ties to the sport. Murray put on his skates when he was young and walked out onto the ice. He was immediately hooked on the thrill and excitement of the game. As he practiced on frozen ponds and neighborhood rinks, it was clear that he was naturally good at and loved hockey. Some things along Murray's trip were hard though. Even though he was clearly talented and dedicated, he ran into many problems along the way. Financial problems made it hard for him to play hockey, and his family had to make changes and be creative to help him reach his goals. Murray also had his fair share of personal problems and setbacks, such as injuries and setbacks that tested his strength and resolve. Still, Murray kept going through tough times with the help of his unwavering love for the game and his family's unwavering support. He came out stronger and more driven than ever. His early problems taught him important lessons that shaped his personality and gave him the determination and toughness he needed to achieve in the tough world of professional hockey. Well, now it's time for Ryan Murray's rise through the hockey ranks, which shows how talented, dedicated, and determined he is. He is now one of Canada's most potential young players. Murray showed a lot of promise early in his career while playing club hockey in Regina, Saskatchewan, where he grew up. Scouts and coaches quickly noticed him as a great defender because of how well he skated, how smart he was about hockey, and how good he was at defense. His great play in local events and leagues got him a lot of attention and made it possible for him to move up to higher levels of competition. NHL scouts saw how talented Murray was and picked him second overall in the 2012 NHL entry draft by the Columbus Blue Jackets. The high pick he got in the draft showed how highly people rated him as a future defensive star for the Blue Jackets. Murray's selection was a big moment in his career. It was proof that all the hard work and dedication he had put into his craft over the years. Murray faced some new problems when he moved up to the competitive level. When he first played in the NHL in 2012-2013, he had to deal with the pressure of playing against experienced pros and getting used to how fast-paced the game is. Even though he had to learn quickly, Murray showed maturity and control beyond his years, quickly becoming a reliable member of the Blue Jackets' blue line. In the early stages of his working career, Murray had both success and failures. He had moments of greatness when he played great defense, scored goals, and set up others at the right time to help offense. Injury, on the other hand, kept coming back and trying his strength, making him deal with obstacles more than once. Even though things were hard, Murray's resolve never wavered. He never gave up on his goal of being the best, working hard to improve his game and make important contributions to his team. As the years went by, he got better as a player, gaining the respect of all his teammates, coaches, and fans. For anyone who wants to play hockey, Murray's story is an example because it shows what can happen when you keep going, work hard, and believe in yourself. Ryan Murray continues to make a name for himself in the NHL. He is a great example of what can be done with skill, hard work, and a never-ending drive to be the best. During his NHL career, Ryan Murray has done great things for himself and for his teams, which has made him a recognized defenseman in the league. Important seasons. 1. 2013-2014. Murray made an immediate impact in his first season with the Columbus Blue Jackets, solidifying his place on the team's defense. Even though he had problems with injuries, he showed how good he was at defense and moving the puck around. Murray's play won him a spot in the NHL All-Rookie team, which shows how big of a star he could become in the league. 2016-2017, Murray showed how important he was to the Blue Jackets' defense during the 2016-2017 season. He scored the most points of his career, helping the offense while still doing his job on defense. Murray's steady play helped the Blue Jackets make the playoffs, which was a big accomplishment for the team. His dependability and leadership on the ice made him an even more important player for Columbus. Now, we talk about their achievements. Ryan Murray hasn't won a Stanley Cup yet, but his service to his team has been recognized. He was chosen for the NHL All-Rookie team for the 2013-2014 season because of how well he played as a rookie. This award showed how much he meant to the Blue Jackets and confirmed that he is one of the best young players in the league. Every player have a different style. Ryan Murray is known for how well he defends, how fast he skates, and how smart he is when it comes to hockey. As a defender, he is great at stopping the other team's forwards and stopping plays in the defensive zone. Murray is very good at knowing where he is on the field, which helps him predict moves and step in at the right time to stop opponents from scoring. In terms of offense, Murray has the skills to help his teams attack. He is good at getting the puck up the ice and joining the rush to make chances to score. Murray isn't known for being able to score goals, but he has shown that he can create offense from the blue line by passing the puck well and shooting at the right time. Murray's influence goes beyond his own skills and affects the success of his team as a whole. His steady presence on the blue line gives his teammates and coaches trust because he is a leader and a stabilizer. Murray is a useful asset to any team because he can play a lot of minutes and do well in all situations, such as on the penalty kill and the power play. Ryan Murray's consistent play, leadership, and support for his teams have been hallmarks of his NHL career. Even though he hasn't won a Stanley Cup yet, his individual honors and effect on the ice show how important he is as a defenseman in the league. Even as he keeps improving his game, Murray is still an important player for his team and a recognized figure in the NHL. Let's have a talk about Murray's personal growth and challenges. With a healthy life outside of hockey, Ryan Murray is a great hockey player. Murray spends a lot of his time with his family, pursues personal hobbies, and stays involved in his community, even though his job requires a lot of dedication and focus. Murray's family is very important to him and has always been there for him and supported him in his hockey career. Being strong and stable comes from his close relationships, which help him deal with the stresses of professional sports. Murray has many interests and hobbies beside hockey. These range from relaxed activities to activities that take place outside. In addition to the rink, he enjoys spending time outdoors, working out, and trying new things. These activities help him grow as a person and give him happiness. Ryan Murray has had his fair share of problems during his career, both on and off the ice. Injuries have caused him a lot of trouble and tested his mental and physical strength. Professional sports have also put a lot of pressure on him by exposing him to harsh scrutiny and abuse, which has made him doubt himself and his resolve. Even though he has problems, Murray has shown amazing strength and drive in getting through them. Even while recovering from injuries and going through hard times, he has stayed committed to doing his best and refused to let failures define him. Murray has come out of tough situations stronger and more resilient, using his inner strength and network of support to do so. He sees difficulties as chances to grow and learn more about himself. Well, Ryan Murray's story shows how persistence and strength in the face of hardship can change things. His unwavering commitment to excellence, both on and off the ice, as he manages personal and professional issues with grace and drive, inspires people. When the Columbus Blue Jackets picked Ryan Murray second overall in 2012, it was his big break in the NHL. He agreed to work for them for 3 years. Unfortunately, he hurt his shoulder in a game in November of that year and had to have surgery. He missed the rest of that season. In 2013, he finally played in the NHL for the first time against the Calgary Flames. Later that month, against the Toronto Maple Leafs, he got his first goal. But he kept getting hurt, and in his first 5 seasons, he missed a lot of games. Even though there were setbacks, the Blue Jackets saw Murray's promise and signed him again in 2016. But he kept getting hurt, and he missed a lot of games. He made a new deal with the Blue Jackets in 2019. He did, however, move to the New Jersey Devils in 2020. He signed with the Colorado Avalanche the next year, but he had more injuries. After that, he joined the Edmonton Oilers, but he kept getting hurt. Murray played ice hockey for Canada and won a bronze medal at the 2012 World Junior Ice Hockey Championships and a gold medal at the 2016 World Championship. Some of the best and worst parts of Murray's career have been his exciting NHL starts and his frustrating injuries. His hard work and skill, on the other hand, have made him both famous both at home and abroad. Even though he's had problems, he's still a recognized hockey player. Ryan Murray's journey in the NHL shows how strong and determined he is, and it encourages other players to keep going, even when things get tough. He changed the league and the sport of hockey in ways that are felt off the ice as well. In the words of Murray, success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. It's time to talk about the third player, Patrick Timothy Kane II. Patrick Kane, as his friends love to call him. Kane was born in Buffalo, New York on November 19, 1988. His rise to fame as a hockey player is truly amazing. The loud crowd and the fast run of skates on ice interested a young boy. No one else knows that's Patrick Kane. His father, Patrick "Tiki" Kane, is a huge Buffalo Sabres fan who got him interested in hockey at a young age. Let's skip ahead to his time in the NHL. Kane had an obvious skill. The Chicago Blackhawks knew this and picked him with the first pick in the 2007 NHL entry draft. From there, he left his mark on the ice. When Kane wore the Blackhawks shirt, he lit up the NHL for years. He was very important in helping Chicago win 3 Stanley Cups in a row in 2010, 2013, and 2015. His name is well known in the hockey world. People say that the only thing that stays the same in sports is change. Kane turned gears in February 2023 and moved to New York City to play for the New York Rangers. He left a legacy in Chicago. The things that Kane has done are truly amazing. In 2008, he won the Calder Memorial Trophy as the Rookie of the Year. In 2013, he won the Conn Smythe Trophy as the playoff MVP. In 2015 to 2016, he won both the Hart Memorial Trophy and the Art Ross Trophy. Kane is even more impressive because of what he has done outside of the NHL. He happily skied for the United States at the Winter Olympics in 2010 and 2014. He showed off his skills to people all over the world. But Kane's rise to fame didn't begin in the public eye. He got better at catching and shooting while his father watched him over in the basement when he was a kid. He worked hard to become a star, not just dreamed about it. Goals and assists aren't the only things that make up Kane's story. His family has always been there for him and supported him. Patrick Kane's journey is one for the books. He played hockey in the NHL and started training in his basement when he was young. Who knows what else he might accomplish so long as he continues to don his skates and amaze others with his extraordinary abilities. Patrick Kane's climb through the ranks of hockey is a story of dedication, determination, and extraordinary ability. Kane's journey from humble amateur hockey origins to his illustrious NHL career has been nothing short of remarkable. Kane grew up in Buffalo, New York, where he developed a passion for hockey. Kane grew up around hockey because his father was a devoted Buffalo Sabres fan. He started playing hockey at age 7, developing his talents on frozen ponds and makeshift rinks. But Kane's persistence and inherent talent put him apart. His father, Patrick "Tiki" Kane, encouraged his son's talent by constructing a miniature rink in their basement, where Patrick could practice stick handling and shooting to his heart's content. His early experiences playing numerous sports, such as baseball, soccer, lacrosse, and basketball, established in him a well-rounded athleticism that would benefit him on the ice. In 2007, NHL scouts recognized Kane's talent. The Chicago Blackhawks saw his potential and chose him as the first overall choice in the NHL entry draft. At the age of 18, Kane was catapulted into the spotlight. with tremendous expectations placed on his young shoulders. Kane's adjustment to professional hockey was easy. He made an immediate impression in the NHL, wowing fans and analysts alike with his speed, talent, and hockey IQ. Kane scored an amazing 72 points in his debut season, receiving the Calder Memorial Trophy as the NHL's Rookie of the Year. But success did not come without hurdles. Kane dealt with the challenges of playing in the NHL, adjusting to the demanding demands of professional hockey both on and off the rink. However, with each challenge, Kane grew stronger, his resolve unyielding. Kane's dazzling skills and highlight reel goals quickly made him a fan favorite in Chicago. He was a key figure in the Blackhawks revival, helping the team win 3 Stanley Cup championships in 2010, 2013, and 2015. Patrick Kane's rise from a young boy with a dream to one of the NHL's most prominent stars is a monument to hard work, talent, and unshakable drive. As he continues to dazzle the ice with his skill and grace, one thing is certain: Patrick Kane's legacy in hockey is far from over. Now it's time to talk about Patrick Kane's NHL career. It is a tapestry of incredible accomplishments, iconic moments, and a style of play that has captivated fans all over the world. Kane's career has been characterized by breathtaking highlights and championship success, from his early days as a rookie phenom to his current position as one of the league's best players. Kane's breakout season was in 2009-2010, when he established himself as a top NHL forward. He scored 88 points during the regular season, demonstrating his spectacular playmaking abilities and lethal scoring touch. One of the most memorable highlights of the season was Kane's overtime goal in Game 6 of the Stanley Cup Final against the Philadelphia Flyers, which secured the Chicago Blackhawks' first championship in 49 years. Kane's thrilling celebration, which included a brief pause as if unsure whether the puck had crossed the goal line, is forever carved in hockey history. Kane achieved new heights throughout the 2015-2016 season, cementing his status as a generational talent. He topped the league in scoring with 106 points, earning the Hart Memorial Trophy as the NHL's most valuable player and the Art Ross Trophy as the league's top scorer. Kane's offensive brilliance was on full display as he wowed fans with his silky puck handling abilities and unrivaled vision on the field. Kane's trophy collection reflects his extraordinary accomplishments on the ice. He's won the Stanley Cup 3 times with the Chicago Blackhawks, solidifying his reputation as a clutch player in the playoffs. His Conn Smythe Trophy victory in 2013, awarded to the most valuable player in the playoffs, demonstrated his ability to elevate his game when it counted the most. Throughout his career, Kane has received numerous individual awards, including the Calder Memorial Trophy for the Rookie of the Year in 2008. His achievements include the Ted Lindsay Award, which is given to the NHL's most outstanding player as voted on by the players themselves. Kane's playing style is defined by skill, ingenuity, and the ability to turn the impossible into routine. Standing at 5'10", he uses his excellent skating ability and lightning-quick hands to easily navigate opposition defenses. Kane has an extraordinary ability to find open teammates and make accurate passes in tight places, making him a continuous threat whenever he is on the ice. Beyond his individual accomplishments, Kane's influence on the league goes beyond numbers. He has inspired a new generation of American hockey players and serves as a role model for young sportsmen around the country. Kane's influence extends beyond the rink, as he actively participates in humanitarian projects and community outreach initiatives, using his position to positively impact the lives of others. Patrick Kane's NHL career exemplifies his unrivaled skill, unwavering determination, and unwavering enthusiasm for the game. As he continues to etch his name in hockey history, one thing is certain: Patrick Kane's legacy will go on for years to come, impacting the future of the sport he loves. Patrick Kane's hockey career is about more than just his on-ice abilities. It's also about his personal growth and the hardships he faced along the way. Kane's off-ice life revolves around his close family and numerous interests. He has a solid bond with his parents, Donna and Patrick "Tiki" Kane, who have been constant sources of encouragement throughout his career. Kane's childhood in Buffalo, New York, fostered in him a strong appreciation for his heritage and a desire to give back to his community. Kane's interests go beyond the rink, demonstrating his varied personality. He is well known for his love of music, and he frequently attends concerts and music festivals in his spare time. Kane is also actively involved in humanitarian initiatives, supporting causes and organizations near his heart. Kane has experienced personal and professional struggle as any athlete would. Injuries have presented significant challenges throughout his career, forcing him to face setbacks and negotiate the difficult road to recovery. Furthermore, Kane has faced off-ice challenges, including legal issues that have tested his determination and character. Kane has shown incredible tenacity and determination to overcome adversity. He has become stronger as a result of setbacks, viewing them as chances for personal and professional development. Kane's ability to remain focused and controlled under duress reveals much about his character and mental toughness. Furthermore, Kane has actively sought assistance from his family, teammates, and mentors through difficult moments, relying on their advice and encouragement to persist. Kane has transformed losses into wins with sheer drive and unrelenting commitment, growing as a stronger and more resilient person both on and off the ice. In summary, Patrick Kane's experience exemplifies the power of resilience, tenacity, and personal development. His ability to overcome problems with grace and humility inspires fans and aspiring athletes alike, exemplifying the real spirit of perseverance in the face of adversity. Have you thought about Patrick Kane's legacy and impact in the NHL? Kane's final season and retirement were major news. It's always a major thing when a player of this caliber retires. Given his extensive and illustrious career, the decision-making process was most likely intense. Fans must have been emotional as they watched him play his final games. In terms of legacy, Kane has made a significant impact on the NHL. He has set records and inspired countless future players, and his contributions to the Blackhawks and the hockey community are unquestionable. You can't talk about the modern NHL without discussing Patrick Kane, right? Kane's influence extends beyond the ice. Even after retirement, he's still definitely making waves in hockey and philanthropic work, giving back to the community and all that nice stuff. It's exciting to see players like him continue to have a good impact even after they retire. Amazing accomplishments throughout Kane's career, including numerous Stanley Cup victories with the Chicago Blackhawks, show how important he was to the team's success during its dynastic years. His playing style, which combines remarkable skill, quickness, and an amazing ability to make critical plays, set new league standards. Kane's influence extends beyond his on-ice performance. With his explosive playmaking and scoring skills, he has demonstrated the potential of American players in a league where Canadians and Europeans have traditionally held a disproportionate amount of power. Kane's legacy is defined not only by his physical achievements, but also by his off-ice contributions. He is well known for his involvement in philanthropic activities, having made substantial contributions to society by supporting numerous causes and using his platform to promote hockey among young people. This component of his legacy displays not just his athletic abilities, but also his character and dedication to giving back to his community. If Kane decides to retire, his retirement from professional play is expected to be received with universal praise for his contributions to the sport. Even after he retires from hockey, his impact on the game will undoubtedly remain, whether through non-playing involvement or ongoing charity initiatives. Patrick Kane's legacy in the NHL is defined not just by the records he set or the championships he won, but also by the long-term impact he had on the sport, his club, and the communities he served. Patrick Kane's NHL career is the peak of dedication, skill, and sportsmanship. His experience exemplifies how aspiring athletes may combine talent and persistence to achieve success. Kane had a huge impact on the NHL, leaving an indelible stamp on hockey. He puts it this way: to achieve greatness, you have to set the bar high and never stop reaching for it. This phrase captures the core of Kane's legacy, an unwavering pursuit of excellence on and off the rink. Now, let's talk about one of the best goaltenders in the world. Carey Price, born August 16, 1987, is a Canadian professional ice hockey goalie who currently plays for the Montreal Canadiens in the National Hockey League. During his career, he was regarded as one of the top goaltenders in the world. Price is the most successful goalkeeper in Canadiens history, with 361 victories as of the 2022-23 season. Price started his junior hockey career with the Tri-City Americans of the Western Hockey League in 2002, and after his second season with the Americans, the Montreal Canadiens selected him from 5th overall in the NHL entry draft in 2005. In his final major junior season, in 2007, he won the Del Wilson Trophy as the Western Hockey League's outstanding goaltender and the CHL Goaltender of the Year. Price joined the Canadiens' farm team, the Hamilton Bulldogs of the American Hockey League, just as the Calder Cup playoffs began. He led the Bulldogs to the Calder Cup championship and received the Jack A. Butterfield Trophy as tournament MVP. Price joined the Canadiens as a backup goalkeeper in 2007 to 08 before taking over as a starter later that season. In 2015, he won the Ted Lindsay Award, the William M. Jennings Trophy, the Vezina Trophy, and the Hart Trophy, making him the first goaltender in NHL history to receive all 4 trophies in the same season. In 2021, Price led the Canadiens to their first Stanley Cup Finals trip since 1993, but they were defeated in 5 games by the Tampa Bay Lightning. Price represented Canada in a number of junior events across the world, capturing silver medals in the World U17 Hockey Challenge in 2004 and the IIHF World U18 Championship in 2005. He earned the gold medal at the 2007 World Junior Hockey Championships in Sweden. Price was nominated to the Canadian Olympic hockey team in 2014, and he helped the team win gold at the 2014 Winter Olympics in Sochi, earning a .972 save percentage and a 0.59 goals against average in 5 games. Price's performance earned him the tournament's Best Goaltender award. Price went undefeated in 2016, winning the World Cup of Hockey. Well, now talk about his early life. Carey Price was born in Vancouver to Linda and Jerry Price. His mother is the Okacho First Nations chief. His father was also a goaltender, and the Philadelphia Flyers selected him 126th overall in the 1978 NHL Amateur Draft. Although Jerry never played in the NHL, he did play 4 seasons of professional hockey in various leagues and was formerly the goaltending coach for the Tri-Americans. Price has a younger sister named Kayla and is second cousins with former professional ice hockey player Shane Doan. When Price was 3, his family relocated to the rural community of Anaheim Lake in interior British Columbia, where he was raised. His father taught him how to play goaltender on a frozen creek in the winter, and he played organized hockey at Williams Lake, which was 5 hours and 320 kilometers, 200 miles, away on Highway 20. Having to make the 10-hour round trip 3 days a week, Carey's father eventually purchased a Piper PA-28 Cherokee to fly him to practice and games. So, there's this goalie named Carey Price, right? He made his Western Hockey League debut with the Tri-City Americans during the 2002 to 2003 season. He only dipped his toes in. The next year, he made the team for real and played in 28 games. The Colorado Avalanche were pursuing Tyler Wyman, who had him as his backup goalie. Price performed well, with a goals against average of 2.38 and a save percentage of .915. The next season, Price really found his groove. He became the team's main goalie, appearing in 63 games. He retained his GAA at a 2.34, increased his save percentage to .920, and recorded 8 shutouts. Because he was so good, the NHL Central Scouting named him the best goaltender in North America, and the Montreal Canadiens selected him 5th overall in the draft. That was somewhat surprising, especially given that the Canadiens already possessed Jose Theodore, a top goalie. Price struggled during the 2005-06 season, with his performance decreasing slightly, but he rebounded significantly in the 2006-07. He was great, with a 2.45 GAA and a .917 save percentage, and even won a couple of accolades for being the best goalie in the WHL and the whole Canadian Hockey League. Despite Price's impressive performance, the Tri-City Americans were eliminated from the playoffs after only 6 games. Then, Price went on to play for the Hamilton Bulldogs, a stepping stone team for the Montreal Canadiens. He joined them just in time for the playoffs in 2007. He only played a few regular season games but had a major impact on the playoffs. He played a vital role in the Bulldogs winning their first Calder Cup, defeating the Hershey Bears in the final. Price was so good that he became only the 3rd teenager to earn the American Hockey League's Playoff MVP award, thanks to some truly impressive statistics. So that's the story of Carey Price's early career. From just getting started to being a postseason MVP, it's been quite the trip. Now, we talk about playing careers. The Tri-City Americans. In his first game in the Western Hockey League, Price played for the Tri-City Americans during the 2002-03 season. The next season, he made the Tri-City squad and played in 28 games as Tyler Wyman's backup, a Colorado Avalanche prospect. He had 2.38 goals against average and a .915 save percentage. The next season, Price became the team's main player and quickly became one of the best goaltenders in the league. He played in a league-high 63 games and had a 2.34 goals against average, a .920 save percentage, and 8 shutouts, all of which were in the top 10. The Montreal Canadiens picked Price 5th in the overall draft because NHL Central Scouting thought he was the best goalie in North America. Many people were surprised by this move because Price was thought to be picked in the middle of the first round, and Jose Theodore, the Canadiens' goalie at the time, had won the Vezina Trophy 3 years before as the best forward in the league. Price's play in Tri-City got a lot worse during the 2005-06 season. He finished the season with a 2.87 goals against average and a .906 save percentage after starting 55 games. Price bounced back the next year with a great season in 2006-07. He had a 2.45 goals against average and a .917 save percentage, and he won both the Del Wilson Trophy as the best goalie in the WHL and the CHL Goalie of the Year award. Even so, the Americans were out of the 2007 playoffs after just 6 games. Have you seen the Hamilton Bulldogs? Everyone is talking about them. Price played in the 2007 Calder Cup Finals for the Hamilton Bulldogs in June 2007. After Tri-City was knocked out of the playoffs early in the spring, Price joined the Hamilton Bulldogs, a farm team from the Montreal Canadiens, just before the start of the 2007 Calder Cup playoffs. Price played in 2 regular season games for the Bulldogs and won 1. He only gave up 3 goals. That spring, Price led the Bulldogs to an amazing run. They beat the Hershey Bears 4-1 in the finals and won their first Calder Cup. Price has 2.06 goals against average and a .936 save percentage. He is only the 3rd young goalie to win the Jack A. Butterfield Trophy as the AHL playoff MVP. From 2007 to 2014, Carey Price started his career off right with the Montreal Canadiens. He had a great first game and quickly became an important player. Even though Price had some bad luck, like getting hurt and losing in the playoffs, his skill and hard work paid off, winning him awards like NHL Rookie of the Month and spots on All-Star games. Price showed himself to be a major force in the league, with impressive stats and memorable wins, even as the Canadiens went through tough times and changes. The story of Carey Price from 2014 to 2021 can be told in a story-like way. So, Carey Price was on fire during the 2014-15 season. Everyone thought he was the best goalie because he led the league in goals against average, save percentage, and wins. Besides that, he won a lot of cool awards, such as the Hart Memorial Trophy and the Vezina Trophy. He pretty much won Most Valuable Player awards and helped the Canadiens win the Atlantic Division. But man, the hockey gods didn't always help him. During the 2015-16 season, he hurt his knee badly and couldn't play. Ouch! You know, just when we thought he was coming back, his season was over. Then, in 2016-17, he came back strong and set a record for the most straight wins to start a season. That's some really cool goalie magic there. Plus, the guy got paid. He became the highest paid goalie in the league when he signed his huge 8-year deal in 2017. Oh yeah. But the wounds kept bothering him. He missed some games during the 2017-18 season because of a concussion. He got back on his feet like a champ after what happened. Then came the records. They broke a lot of franchise marks and beat legends like Jacques Plante and Patrick Roy. You really left your mark. Let us now move on to the pandemic age. The NHL went through a lot of crazy changes, but Price stayed strong. There was a lot of talk about the playoffs and whether Price gave the Canadiens an edge during the 2019-20 season. It did. That much is clear. And he really shone in the playoffs of 2020-21. The Canadiens made it to the Stanley Cup Finals after almost 30 years, and Price played a big role in that. They didn't win every game, but they fought hard, especially against the Lightning. Price's story, from winning MVP awards to dealing with injuries to leading his team to the finals, is what hockey dreams are made of. The general manager of the Canadiens said that he is a big game player who does well under pressure. That's why his people love him, even though he's hurt. Price played his first game for Canada at the IIHF World U18 Championships in the Czech Republic in 2005. He played in 4 games and earned a silver medal. In the gold medal game, Team Canada lost 5-1 to the United States. Price was picked for Team Canada to go to the 2007 World Junior Championships in Sweden. This was his last year of top juniors. He was named tournament MVP and top goalie after going 6-0 with 2 shutouts, a 1.14 goals against average, and a .961 save percentage. Price kept up his good play, letting in just 1 goal in a 2-1 win over Finland in the round-robin competition. Price helped Canada beat Latvia 2-1 in their quarterfinal game. Price was very important in their 1-0 win over Team USA in the playoffs on February 21, 2014. It took Price 31 shots to stop all of them and keep Team USA from scoring. This put Team Canada in the gold medal game against Sweden. Price made 24 stops in a 3-0 win, which was his second straight shutout at the Olympics. It was his first gold medal as an Olympian. The International Ice Hockey Federation named Price the best goalie of the event after he went undefeated in 5 games with a 0.59 GAA and a .971 save percentage. Let's take a more casual look at Carey Price's playing style and daily life. This is how Carey Price plays between the pipes. He has a cool mix of different goalie styles. That butterfly hybrid style is what he does all the time. It's a mix of stand-up and butterfly forms. For big shots, he stands up straight on his skates and is ready to block anything that comes his way. When the pucks hit the ground though, he gets down on his knees and spreads his pads out like a pro to cover the bottom of the net. It's like dance for goalies. Also, Price is the most calm person we've ever seen on the ice. His friends, and even opponents, have said nice things about how calm he is. His Olympic friend Drew Doughty once said that he was the calmest goalie he had ever played in front of. Price makes those tough stops look easy, like there's something he does every morning. Price is also a real star when he's not on the ice. His favorite thing to do is help other people. He worked with CCM in 2015 to give gear to a minor hockey club in British Columbia. He has also been an advocate for the Breakfast Club of Canada for a long time, which makes sure that kids all over the country have a good meal. It's also true that Price comes from some pretty cool family history. Through his mother, he is Olcacho First Nation, and he has competed in Aboriginal hockey championships to show how proud he is of his background. Also, don't forget about his family. Angela is his wife. They met when he played for the Tri-City Americans. A friend set them up on a secret date, which is how they met and fell in love. They have a beautiful family with 3 kids named Liv, Millie, and Lincoln. Well, do you know why being close to his family keeps him grounded? There have been hard times for Price too, just like for all of us. After the tough loss in the 2021 Stanley Cup Finals, he's been open about his problems with drinking. His journey has been hard, but he's used it to inspire other people to get help when they need it. That is a lot of strength. Price also loves being outside when he's not on the ice or with his family. No matter what it is, he likes to do it. During a sad anniversary, he even spoke out against gun control laws in Canada, though he did say sorry for the timing of his speech. So that's Carey Price for you. A great goalie on the ice, a family man at heart, and someone who speaks out for what's right in the real world. Young players can learn from Carey Price's story of perseverance and kindness, which shows how to give back to your community and keep going even when things get hard. His influence on the NHL and on hockey in general is huge and can be felt outside of the rink. We remember Price saying, "It's okay to ask for help. Strength comes in many forms." Now, we talk about the last player of this video, Captain Serious. We're going to talk about Jonathan Brian Toews, who goes by the name Toews. He's a professional ice hockey player from Canada who was born on April 29, 1988. He's not signed with any team right now because he's a free agent. Toews was having a great time with the Chicago Blackhawks in the NHL for a while. They called him Captain Serious because he was always their captain from 2008 to 2023. He's really good at what he does. The Blackhawks picked him up with the 3rd pick in the 2006 NHL entry draft. He joined the team for the 2007-08 season and was so good that he was considered for the NHL Rookie of the Year award. Even better, he became team captain the very next season. He was only second in the NHL history to Sidney Crosby as the youngest leader. Toews didn't stop there. He also won the Stanley Cup. He won it in 2010 and also got the Conn Smythe Trophy for being the playoff's most valuable player. After he won that cup, he beat Peter Forsberg to become the youngest player to join the Triple Gold Club. He also won the Stanley Cup in 2013 and 2015. Wow, what a run of wins! Toews plays for Canada in foreign games when he's not tearing up the NHL, and he even showed what he could do at the 2010 and 2014 Winter Olympics, where he won gold medals in several events. Besides that, he was named one of the 100 best NHL players in 2017. What a story! Well, now, let's talk about his family. Brian Toews is an engineer at the University of Manitoba, and Andre Gilbert used to work as a manager at a credit union in Winnipeg. They are Jonathan's parents. He can speak both French and English, which is a cool fact. Plus, sports are something that everyone in the family does. David, his brother, also went to Shattuck St. Mary's and later played basketball at the University of North Dakota. Don't forget about his cousin, Kai Toews. He's a famous pro basketball player. That's all you need to know about Jonathan Toews, the hockey star with a good heart. Let's talk about Jonathan Toews' journey in everyday language, as if we were having coffee. Even when he was younger, Jonathan Toews, or just Toews, was a big deal. It was because he was so good that he was picked first in a draft for young hockey players. But he didn't go straight to the major leagues. Instead, he chose to play for Shattuck St. Mary's, a school team. It helped him keep his college hockey choices open. Well, do you know that he also played hockey at the college level? After being the best in school, Toews went to the University of North Dakota to play hockey in college. He was great there, and he helped his team get some big games. When he entered the NHL thought Toews was a great talent in 2006. The Chicago Blackhawks picked him with the third pick. So now, we talk about his Blackhawks journey. Toews had a great first game with the Blackhawks in 2007. He scored on his very first shot. In NHL history, he was one of the youngest leaders. In 2010, 2013, and 2015, he led the team to Stanley Cup wins. In the process, Toews accomplished a lot of great things. He got prizes, such as the Conn Smythe Trophy for being the most valuable player in the playoffs. He was even on the cover of a well-known hockey video game. Everyone faces challenges in their lives. Let's talk about Toews' challenges. The trip wasn't always easy though. Toews got hurt, like when he took a hard hit that made him feel like he had a concussion and he had to miss some games. No matter what, he always came back stronger. In the last few years, Toews has been having health problems. The 2023-24 season was a break for him so he could work on getting better. He made it clear though that he's not leaving the game. That's Jonathan Toews' story. He's a hockey star who has had some setbacks, but is still strong and looking forward to what's next. In the shadows of ice and success, Jonathan Toews stands out as a silent guardian of how good Canadian hockey is. He went from playing hockey in frosty fields at the World U17 Hockey Challenge to the big stage at the Winter Olympics. It was a mysterious and beautiful trip. In the quiet whispers of the World Junior Championships, Toews, the young star, writes his name into the history of greatness. With quick moves and steadfast determination, he guides Canada to the Golden Realm, casting shadows over enemies as he goes. But his mysterious air goes beyond the age of youth. When it comes to top international play, Toews is beyond what humans can do. He cuts through the cold currents of competition at the World Championships like a blade through butter, telling stories of victory and bravery. Toews stands out as a bright spot in the heart-stopping drama of the Winter Olympics. The whole world is watching as he walks the dangerous paths of fate and leads Canada to success with his unbreakable spirit and unmatched skill. Through the fog of memory and time, Jonathan Toews stands as a symbol of international play. He is a ghost of greatness that is hidden in the frozen realms of mysteries. So let us give you the skinny on Jonathan Toews' personal life. It's very interesting. In January 2007, Jonathan and his former college friend TJ Oshie got into an altercation in a North Dakota bar. They were caught underage drinking, received citations, and were required to perform community service after pleading guilty. We suppose even sports stars have rebellious times, right? Then, in 2010, there's this massive mural of Toews in Chicago, visible from the freeway. But here's the kicker. The artist messed up his face, giving his nose and mouth an odd appearance. It's as if they took some creative liberties, but Toews was fine with it, even if it made him appear a little off. And guess what? That same year, he also won the Stanley Cup. Talk about irony. After all the Cup celebrations, Toews received some major hometown love. The province of Manitoba decides to name a lake after him, which is quite unusual. Toews Lake, located far up north, becomes a reality. Furthermore, they rename the community center where he began playing hockey after him, and he receives the keys to the city. Not bad for a local hero, right? Jonathan Toews, the beloved generation of players has aspired to play like him because of his skill on the ice, which is characterized by clutch plays and unwavering drive. The captain of the Chicago Blackhawks says goodbye to the ice. He leaves behind a reputation of toughness, leadership, and unmatched skill. His exit marks the end of an era and makes people think about how important his time in the NHL was. Many things led Toews to decide to quit, such as his long and successful career, his struggles with injuries, and the changing nature of professional hockey. In his last season, he isn't on the ice much because of health problems, but rumors of retirement are going around. The choice, which was no doubt hard, shows how much he cares about his health and wants to leave on his own terms, leaving a lasting mark on the sport he loves. Toews' name will always be remembered in the annals of NHL history. His leadership is linked to the title wins because he was the youngest captain to lead the Blackhawks to 3 Stanley Cup wins. Generations of players have aspired to play like him because of his skill on the ice, which is characterized by clutch plays and unwavering drive. Fans and communities all over the world will always remember Toews, and his impact goes beyond the rink. He did more for the Blackhawks than just play numbers. He was the epitome of teamwork and friendship. He gives his friends hope and strength, and they work together to beat impossible odds, making bonds that go beyond sports. Beyond sports, Toews' influence goes beyond the field and into society as a whole through his contributions to charity work. Although he is retired, he is still very involved in charitable work, supporting causes that are important to him. From supporting school hockey programs to raising awareness about mental health, Toews uses his fame to make the world a better place and give young people power. He is no longer playing hockey, but Toews is still very important to the sport and serves as a mentor and a role model for young players. He left behind a legacy that shows how hard work, honesty, and commitment can change things. Jonathan Toews will always be remembered as a great player because of how well he played hockey. His career will live on in stadiums and in people's hearts. How many people around the world who want to be athletes look up to Jonathan Toews' story as an example of commitment and leadership? How much he altered the NHL and the hockey world as a whole demonstrates his lasting legacy. It was Toews who said, "Success is no accident." That's it for today's video. If you like this video, make sure to like it and hit the bell icon for more updates. Also, share this video. Until next time.